that employee has to take care, and every 6 months there will be a half yearly review. So again, in the half yearly review, manager will be having a connect with the employee. So how many times the employee is having the uh, involvement with the manager? Starting of the financial year, that is at the time of goal setting, then first half of the year, second half of the year, and the annual appraisal. Okay, these are the time where manager and employee are involved together. To reduce this gap, they came up with this functionality called CPM. Okay, so
Mhm.
when we are setting up a goal template, and after setting up the goal template, we will be setting up certain. We will be in the category. We will be adding some goals. What are the goals will be carried for that particular employee of that particular department? According to that particular goal, the employee has to work for that financial year, right? But apart from that goal, it may be possible that he or she will be working on some other activity which is not a part of that goal. Okay, getting my point or not? Suppose he has taken a KRA for the next financial year, and that KRA is considered under the goal. Means the four goal categories the employee has taken, and to reach that four goal categories, the employee has some activities, and that activities will be reviewed on the half yearly basis by the manager. Okay,
Yep.
but apart from that four goals, or apart from that four KRAs, there may be some other short-term task also, where time to time with the manager or some other manager or for some other function, they may be asking the employee to work on this particular task and do the activity. Okay, so then what is happening? The employee is putting the working effort into that particular task, but how that activity will be recorded, where they can able to record that activity, because that also has to be booked somewhere. Okay, because they have putting their efforts to those activities also. So in that case, what SuccessFactor has done, they have came up with a tool called CPM, that is continuous performance management. So in this continuous performance management, what they will do, they will firstly, the gap which is there between employee and the manager, the gap will be get reduced. So on a day-to-day basis or on a weekly basis, there will be a connect with the employee and the manager. Okay, it is not that the employee manager will only connect at the starting of the goal setting or half yearly or the end of the half yearly. No. So with the help of CPM, what they used to do, they can also monitor apart from they can also monitor on a daily basis or on a weekly basis what are the status of the goal which has been finalized in the goal setting, rather waiting for the half of the year. Okay, so
Mhm.
if any input is required, or if any support is required from the manager side, manager can able to put a comment on that particular status of the goal. Okay, manager can view with the help of CPM that what is the status, because employee will be also updating the status of the goal, that suppose 100% is there, 20% has been completed. These are the activities which has been done. This is the status of that particular active task. So that update will be also uh, seen by the manager also. If manager can want to give some input to that particular goal status, manager can mention in this CPM, that is continuous power. So what is happening? There is a connectivity going on a daily basis, on a weekly basis between employee and the manager with the help of this functionality, with the help of this tool. Okay, so manager can able to view apart from the goal, which is the ongoing goal for the employee. If employee is working on some other task or other activity also, that also can be updated in this particular tool. That employee can mention that this is the task which is being given by so and so manager, and I am also taking care of this task, and this is the status of this particular task. Okay, so what is happening is that his efficiency and his performance level can also be recorded in this tool, that is continuous performance management. So that was the purpose of introducing this tool in the success factor, and which is coming under the part of CPM. Okay, so when you go into the system, now in the continuous performance management, we have these the three areas mainly: activity, achievement, and the feedback. Okay, so when you go as an end user, so this is the end user page. Okay, this is not the admin page. So in the end user page, when you go here, you can see lot of options you can able to see here. Okay, so
Yeah.
in this option you can see this tab, continuous performance. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
this is the tab where which will take you to the CPM page, that is continuous performance page. But how this tab is coming here, because we need to enable some action from the setting. Okay, where is the setting involved? I will just duplicate this screen, and I will go to performance. I will go to performance management feature setting. This one, performance management feature setting. Remember this, CPM has to be activated, enabled from performance management feature setting. Okay, so in the performance feature setting, you can see here, enable continuous performance management. This has been enabled here. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to enable this thing, then only we can get this particular tab here. Okay, so this is the setting here which we need to enable it. Okay, after
Mm-hmm.
that we can able to see this continuous performance page, and once you click on this continuous performance page, I'm into the employee, I'm into the this one, what you call end user page, not into the admin page, not into the manager page.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see here my account is SF03. Okay, so this SF03 is reporting to this person, that is the
Mm-hmm.
thing, this manager's name is coming here. Okay, so now in this particular page you can see in the view status you have status completed, high, medium, and you will be having the low also. Okay, low, status pause, status cancel. Okay, this is coming under the view status. Okay, and if you go into the view by goal, you have two things: performance goal and development goal. Okay, so had you linked any goal into the performance management, that you can able to go and see here. Okay, so this is mainly the main page. Okay, so in this
Mm-hmm.
main page, as I told you, we have the three areas: activity, achievement, and feedback. Okay, activity, we need to go and create the activity as an employee. Okay, what is the activities you are doing, that you have to specify here. So where you will be specifying, you can see here, create activity. Okay, so if you click on the create activity, you will get this page: activity name, status, and if you want to link the goal with this activity, suppose if you are having already some goal here. Okay, or if you want
Yeah.
to create a goal, that goal if you can want to link with the activity, you can able to go and do it. And supportingly, you if you want to attach any document, you can attach the document here also. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
if I am just specifying anything, something like a mm, Okay, configuration to be done in the development instance, and I am specifying the status. Um, okay, status as means status specify that it is what is the level you are into it. So if I'm just keeping it as medium and I'm just going and just saving it. So once I save this, you can see here in the medium, I can see the activity which is already been updated, which already been made, and it also specifies the date also. So if I have mentioned, I have created it on today, so it is showing the date of today. So when I go and see it tomorrow, it will show the date as
Tomorrow.
11/6. So
Yeah.
according to that, the date also will be get updated here. If I go and see, the date also will be get updated. Okay. So in this particular activity, if I want to update the status, so suppose if I'm just updating the status, this is something the activity which is been assigned to me, and I'm just doing this activity. So okay, so I'm just specifying the status update of this particular activity. So I'm just posting it. Okay, so it will be showing the update here. Okay, it will be showing the update here. Now if I again go back into the activity, okay, so again here you can able to go and see the another tab is there, that is the achievement. When the achievement will come, when you click on the achievement, it is still showing as blank. Okay, when the achievement will come, when the activity is been 100% completed. Okay, so if you go back, if I go back, let me go back, click on the view activity. Suppose if I am taking this business blueprint and I'm just updating the status, I'm just going into the edit part and I'm updating the status as completed, complete, and I'm just saving it. So what will happen? It will, the status will be showing complete. Okay, and when I go back here in the activity, okay, it will be moved from the activity list. It will be moved where it will be there. It is showing that the status is showing that complete now. Okay, where can I see it further? In the achievement. When I click on the achievement, where is achievement? Why it is not coming? Just a minute. Okay, so so here when I go back into the activity and when I go, just a minute. Starting. It has to come here. Okay. Achievement. Okay. Anyway, it is a demo system. I don't know exactly. So after this, once it is been completed, it has to move into the achievement. Okay. So once it is been moved into the achievement, you can able to see what exactly it is been done. So similarly here also, you can see the configuration to be done in the development instance that is showing in the status as medium. Okay. So when you go here into the edit, okay, either you can able to mention it as complete, okay, or it is been paused. But apart from that, this is the screen which is been coming from the end user side. Suppose here, if you want to request for a feedback on this particular task to the manager, how it will be there? Not to the manager. Let's take to some other user. So how it will be? So you can able to click on the request of the feedback. So you have done this particular task activity and you want to get the feedback from the another piece or colleague. So click on here in the request and select some user ID. So let me take some user ID. Okay, I'm taking this. Okay, and here enter the topic at least one question. Okay, so I'm just mentioning request for the feedback on the current activity. Okay, and here we have the three questions: what well went, what could have improved on, any additional comment. Okay, so to whom you are asking? To this particular resource, and you are just clicking on sending. It is been sent. Now how the other user can able to go and check? You go here, proxy to sf underscore 11, select here, click on OK. Once you click on OK, you can see here in the to-do list, provide feedback. You just click on here. You can see somebody has asked you to give the feedback. You click on view request. You can see request for the feedback on the current activity. Okay, so what went well? So if that particular user, right, okay, and any additional comment is there? Okay, and just clicking on send. So it has been given back to SF03. So when I go back here and become self, and go back to the continuous performance page, and in the continuous performance page, click on the particular activity. You can see here view feedback received. Some feedback has been received. Okay, when you click on here, you can see here what is the feedback which is being received. Okay, so this feedback is given by some other colleague. Okay, so employee can able to go and see. Okay, similarly, manager can also go and see the same feedback from the manager's end for this SF03, that who all other has given the feedback for this SF03, so that according to that manager it will help the manager for the performance review also. Okay, so here when you go and see the feedback section, we can see feedback received, feedback given, feedback request sent. Okay, feedback received we can able to see, feedback given, so nothing is there. So if suppose manager is there, so if the manager want to give some feedback, okay, so he can click on the feedback. So for all employees, either it is a manager or it is a peer or it is an employee, for all the roles, the CPM page feedback will have these three sections: feedback received, feedback given. Okay, feedback received we can able to see. In the feedback given, manager or some other role, if they want to give some feedback, they can able to go and give it. Even the manager can also request in from the manager account also, manager can also request the feedback on this particular task from some other resource. Okay, this feedback has been asked by whom? By SF03 as an employee. Even manager can also go and ask the feedback from his end for this resource to somebody else. That is the request feedback from manager, and give feedback. If manager can also want to give some input over the SF11, what the feedback has given, manager can also give the feedback. That is coming under the feedback given. Okay, request sent. So if any request is being sent, you can able to go and see what is the request is being sent. Okay, got it. So in this area, in the CPM area, mainly you have these the three areas, that is activity, which we have seen, and then we have this one achievement, and then we have the feedback. Okay, so when I go back here into the continuous performance, in the employee page, I can able to go and create my activity. So this is the one activity which I just gone and created it. So this activity, if I want to link this activity with a particular goal, that also it is possible. So if you want, you can able to go and link that particular activity with a goal. If the goal is not there, you can able to go and click on creating the goal. Okay, so it will be showing the goal name, visibility, everything it will be showing, and you can able to go and create the goal also, and you can able to tag that goal with this particular activity. Okay, so nowadays lot of companies are following this CPM tool. The purpose is to have a connectivity between the employee and the manager on a day-to-day basis, and this tool is mainly used to update the activity, show what is the status of the activity. If you want to get some advice, you can able to get some advice. Okay, take some feedback. Okay, even in the manager section also you have a option of coaching. Okay, so if the manager specifies that some coaching is being required for the working on this task for an employee, he can able to mention the details in the coaching section. Okay, so that is also coming under the manager when the manager will go into the CPM. So mainly it will lies between activity, achievement, and the feedback. Feedback will be having the three sections again: received feedback, feedback sent, or feedback given. Okay, received feedback, again you can see what are the feedback which is being received. Feedback given, if the manager want to give the feedback, or manager can request any other resource to give the feedback, that is also possible. Okay, and apart from that, you can able to go and see request feedback and given feedback, and the feedback which is being sent. Okay, that is coming under the feedback section. And achievement is something like, if you have completed your activity 100%, that activity will be moving from the activity section to the feedback. That task will be moved, so it will show that it is been completed in the, now it is in the achievement. Okay, got it. So this is all about the CPM. Any queries? The same screen will be showing here. How the screen it is been showing in the employee section, you will be having completed, high, medium, and everything. Same will be coming in the manager also. Okay, even the
Yep.
manager can have the activity, manager can see the achievement, and manager, when the manager will click on here, the manager can see what are the feedbacks given by other employees. Okay, that also manager can able to go and see. And manager, if the manager want to give any feedback, manager can able to give the feedback, or manager can request feedback from somebody else. Okay, and manager can also check the status of the request sent. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So any questions which is related to the continuous performance? This is a small tool and mainly used for the connectivity between the employee and the manager. There is nothing configuration involved. Only thing is that you have to give the enabling permissions from the permission performance management setting, and then it will be reflecting here. And then employee can able to go and create the activity, and those activity can be linked with the respective goals also. And
Okay.
when you click on here, you can see here on a day-to-day basis for this particular activity, the employee is giving the update. Employee can able to give the update of the status, and this will be also visible to the this one also, manager also. Okay.
Okay.
So here one more thing is there. Just a minute. Here, when you go and request for the, here you can see this activity, you want to make it visible for your manager, you can click on this one, enable it. Okay, so
Yep.
what is the feedback which is being given by the other employee, that will be visible to the your to that employee's manager also. Okay,
Okay.
so that also, that button is there where you can able to enable it. Okay, any questions, any queries?
No.
Okay, so here we complete the continuous performance, and we are only left with this job profile, how to create a job family. So in the tomorrow session we will complete it. No, job profile will specifies how you are creating the competencies. There are two type of competencies. What is the standard one? So standard one is already in the SuccessFactors library, that we can able to take from the standard one. If the customer says that I want a custom competency, competency is nothing but the skill. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you remember, when we were creating the performance template in the goal section, you were having two options. I will show you in the manage template. Core competency and job specific competency, if you remember. So here in the performance review, if I go and let me take our performance form is there or not. So if I take this form, and if I go here in edit and field goals, and if I scroll down, you can see here section type. Just a minute, where it is? No, in the core, in this one. Here, section type, you are choosing this core value as core or job specific. Okay. Similarly, role specific competency. Okay. Role specific competency, if you're selecting it, job specific, then you need to you need to add the competencies. Okay. How to add the competencies? There are two types. Either you can go with the success factor library, that is one way. And if your customer says that for the particular position they want to create their own competencies, these are the competencies which should be there for that particular role. Okay, role means job role means job classification. When you're creating a job classification, then only you are creating a position, if you remember, in employee center.
Yeah.
So job role is nothing but the job classification. Okay. So whenever we are whenever we are hiring some person, we will go and do the mapping of the position, right, in the add new employee. So when you are mapping the position to that particular resource, then that position should have some competencies also, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how we can able to go and add those competencies either from the SuccessFactors standard library, or you can add the custom competencies into the library. So when you are adding the custom competency, you will require certain areas like your job family. Suppose if I am adding a competency for the HR role, so what is the competency a HR role should have? Okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, what I need to do, I have to create a job family. What is the job? HR. So I will go and create a HR family. In that HR family is nothing but the job family. So under the job family, again I have to create a job role. So that job role will be again connected to the job family. So HR family will be having HR role. Okay. And this HR role, you will be having a job family, and then you will be having a job role, and then you will be having a job code. Okay. So if I just given an example to you, I will just go and create HR and admin family. Okay. And after that, I will create a role. Suppose I will create a role as HR operations. Okay. And there will be some job code. From where this job code is coming? This job code is coming from the job classification, right?
Yeah.
Which we are creating in manage data, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In the EC, in the employee center, right? So when you go and search the job code, there will be some job code, job classification will be there. ABC 123. Suppose this is the job code. Okay. So what you are doing, this job code you are mapping with this job role. So job classification, you are specifying that this job classification, it is for which one? HR operations. Okay, which you are already specifying in employee central. Okay, and the job code is automatically created. Now what you are doing, you are mapping that job code here with the job role, okay. So when you are adding the job code with the job role, the system will ask you to add this also, competencies also. Okay, so add competencies to this job code. So if you had added some, so adding competency means there will be two types. Two types will be there. Okay, one is standard and one is custom. Okay, competencies we can add in two types. One is standard, one is standard. You can have a SAP Successfactors library. Got it? And custom, we can able to add a custom competencies. Okay. Once this competency, either you are taking the competency from the standard and you are mapping with this job code, or you are the custom which you have already created, that you are mapping with this job code. So what we'll be having, there is a proper synchronization between the job family, job role, and the job code and the competencies. Okay. So when you will have a this one, when you are launching the form, when you are launching the performance form, when you are launching the performance form for a particular user, suppose a particular user, you are launching a form by name John, and if the John, when you are hired, if the John, you have taken the job classification as this one. Okay, for John the job class, for John the job classification and the position is already mapped. Okay, so when you are launching the form, in that first screen, the all these competencies in the John's performance section, they can able to go and see. Why they can see? Because we have created a job family, job role, job code, and map that job code with this particular competencies. Okay, so I'm not telling about the John. System will not identify on the base of the John. System will identify on the base of job code. Okay, so this job code, whatever is this job code, in this job code, there may be John, there may be Ravi, there may be Amit. Okay, lot of other users there who has already mapped with this job code. So whoever employee is already mapped with this job code, they can able to go and see their competencies automatically. By default way, this competency will be coming in this particular job code. Okay. So that is the thing, how we will go and create the competencies in the manage competency section. That we will go and see in the tomorrow's topic. So in this way, you can able to map the job code, job role, and this particular competencies altogether.
Okay.
And sometimes what happen, if it is not mapped, and if you are in the permission of the performance template, when you are creating the template here, suppose if you are giving an option, if you go and see here, see, allow user to add competency. So if you are enabling this option, what will happen? When the form is launched, there will be add button will be there for them.
Okay.
Okay, so if the client want that, then it's okay. If the client is not allowing, then automatically according to the job code which is already mapped here, with the help what the configuration we have done. For that job code, what are the competencies which is already mapped? By default, it will be coming to all the users who are tagged in that job code.
Yeah.
So there is no requirement of giving an add button to the employee. You can able to restrict it. From the success factor, there is a tool called manage job profile content. So from there, you can able to create these competencies.
Okay.
You can see the standard one also. You can add your own competencies also. Sometimes what happened for the manufacturing setup, there may be some technical uh, differences will be there. For mechanical, there may be some other parameters where you should have these sort of competencies. Electrical, instrumentation, okay, or you may be having some purchase and procurement. You will be having different competencies. So if
Yeah.
that competencies will, if they are not finding exactly match in the standard library, you can add your own competence,
Okay.
and then you can map those competencies to that particular job code.
Yeah.
So whoever are there in that job code, by default, it will be there coming automatically.